My plan is to explain my work and to then do adjustments on people. So I don't know if you ever saw my videos on YouTube where I do my body language training.
What kind of adjustments?
So this is fun. So I talk about how our history impacts our body language, both internally and externally. And I explain how I can read people's history by looking at their body. And then by moving the charge on the history out, like getting the body to release the charge on the history, the memory becomes more accessible, but also the lock goes away. So the body
Okay.
tension leaves. So typically what I do is I explain, how it works, and people sort of roll their eyes and go, okay, sure it does. And then I pick a volunteer. I have everybody look at their body language, and I say, okay, feel your body while you look at this person. Do you feel sad? Do you feel happy? Like what's going on when you look at this person? And then I put them on a massage table and I release the tension that I see in their body. And I might ask them, are you still mad at your mom, or what happened in third grade, or, whatever I'm reading in their body language, get their body to release it. And then I have them stand up in the room again. And every time I've done it, 90% of the people there, like their jaws drop. They're like, oh my gosh, what just happened? That's a miracle. It's like, because the person's energy completely changes from being angry and disconnected to being loving and connected, or there's always a really big shift.
Is
So
the adjustment made physically by touching them, or is it an energetic process purely?
it's touching, but it's not muscle manipulation. It's not massage. Once I know what the person's pushed away and I know where their body's holding it, I just hold the body and say, okay, you feel this place right here that hurts. When you were 7 years old, did your best friend steal your bike and never talk to you again, for example? And someone might suddenly turns on that memory and goes, oh my gosh, that did happen to me. And a couple things happen. One is it reconnects the thing they pushed away with the tension in their body. And so the
Yeah.
body just releases the tension. But goes, oh, that's
Yeah.
not real anymore. And you can call it a theory, or maybe it's the math, but when we push something away, then our body thinks it's still happening. It's like we take it out of time. And then when we pull it back to us, our body goes, now our body knows when it happened, and our body can go, or our subconscious goes, oh, that happened 10 years ago, or that happened yesterday. And so now there's a timestamp on it, it can file it away. And then the tension releases. So I mean that's the basic explanation. And the transformations happen very quickly. My sessions are like
Sure,
five
sure.
5 minutes long. And in
Mhm.
Sonoma County before the pandemic, so I would schedule 3 people an hour, but sessions usually 5 or 10 minutes. So I mean, it moves
Yeah,
a
yeah,
lot
yeah.
really quickly. I've had people tell me that one session was worth 10 years of therapy that they had.
Yeah,
Um,
for sure.
the results are very obvious. You can't, like, people can't deny them. No one ever says, "Oh, that didn't work." And the few times I've had people go, "Oh, well, I'm not sure if it did anything," like 2 weeks later, they call me and tell me their life's totally changed, and thank you so much. I didn't know it was going to work, and oh wow, this is so great. Um, that's like the song and dance I do that like excites people. It's what I do to get people excited about taking the workshops, because when people take the workshops, it's solo exercises, and now I'm not to blame or credit for their results, because your results are based on how you do the exercises.
It seems like if you think about it, the context of it, what's actually happening to them is that they're having their sovereignty restored to them. You're like an
Right.
instrument that restores their sovereignty, and that's
Exactly.
really what's happening. So,
Right. But right, that is what's happening. And in my experience, if people only do private training with me and don't take a workshop and don't learn it themselves, then they put me on the pedestal. They credit me with feeling better.
yeah,
And next time they don't feel good, they call me and they want me to fix them. And that's what I don't
yeah,
like.
yeah,
I
yeah, yeah.
want I
I
want
get it.
people to
I
like
get
do the workshop. So the goal is to get people to sign up for the
it.
college and to do the classes online,
Sure.
and then when I return in 6 months or a year, then the people who've been online and done the workshops, then I can give them confirmation or do an adjustment if there's something they couldn't figure out or whatever else.